Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Attorney Sharparali for in a special bulletin today on scammers trying to scam people out there, especially scaring them. And since a few months now, we've been getting lots of calls from people who are getting a phone call stating that they will be deported if they don't pay certain amount of money. And unfortunately, some people unfortunately fall into that, thinking that it's true they have to pay the money to avoid deportation, or they will deport you right now. Just to let you know, none of those calls are coming from the USCIS. In fact, they're coming from fraud, and I don't know how they're getting phone numbers of the people, but they are ultimately giving them details about their cases. We have already encountered few cases of students who have been scammed, and also we have encountered a few of other kinds of cases of people who are crying, basically hearing that they will be deported. The truth is that they are not going to be deported. The USCIS doesn't do things like that. You cannot just get deported from the US, like they put you in a plane, unless you have a final order of deportation. So first of all, you have to go to a deportation process. So alert here, do not pay anybody, because we are getting this more and more. They will call you and tell you, hey guys, if you don't and they are very very rude actually, if you don't pay us $5,000 or $2,500 or $10,000, we'll put you in a plane and send you back home today. It doesn't work this way. They are doing the same for iOS, but the immigrant community, which usually live in fear, are more and more getting prey to that. So most of those callers are calling from abroad, and they're taking your credit card over the phone. So do not give them a single penny. The system doesn't work this way. Call us if you are getting those kind of calls. And in fact, if you are unlawful here and you're getting those calls, you might be, and you have, if in case you have paid, you might be victims of a crime, and we can look into a U visa. Doesn't mean you will get a U visa, but we have to look into it. So make sure the few these are common scams from the USCIS website. For one, public notarios. Notaries usually in most countries under the British system usually, and also Mexico has that, are usually lawyers, but not in America. Notarios are not notaries. Notary or whatever you call it in your country are not lawyers in America. They just have a license where they can just sign on basically approve signatures. That's it. And pay by phone. This is what is kind of scamming people. They will get a call for people who are going to ask them to pay their phone a bill for USCIS, or even scare them to pay some amount of money not to be deported. Do not pay by phone. The system doesn't work this way. You can either pay through the system, what they have on G, if you're using the G145 form, which is electronic form, or you can basically send a check. So, but never pay by phone. And then the big one that happens mostly in countries where the visa lottery is available. One of them is Mauritius, where people will ask people to pay for the visa lottery. The visa lottery is free. You don't have to pay anything. Don't go and get scammed for that. Then the worst part is this one, where I think is usually the wrong one. Many websites out there will give their self or tool or whatever you call it, where people will fill their forms online. First of all, they are not lawyers, and two, they take your credit card numbers and you don't know where it's going. If a lawyer is taking your credit card number, the lawyer is responsible. But if a company which is probably located in some island somewhere is taking your credit card number, even if they're filling your form legitimately, you gotta be careful. And I can list a number of them out there. I see them all the time popping up, and more popping up. First of all, they're giving advice without having a license to practice law, and now they're actually scamming people by taking their credit cards and filling the form actually, but ultimately using your credit card. So be careful. Always make sure you know who you are giving your credit card to. Job offers, that's another one that they do very very much. They offer you employment, but the truth is that you have to be careful. And scam are actually targeting students. I said one, where they will scare you, but two, also some of the schools out there so-called schools in the US. They are not really accredited. They cannot give student visa. They will just take your money. But the big news today alert in the Bay Area: be careful. Do not give your money to someone who say he's from the immigration. It doesn't matter. You don't give a single penny, because they don't. USCIS doesn't. The government doesn't proceed this way. They don't scam or extort money from you not to deport you. If you have to be deported, you have to go through a process, and you should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. Good luck to all of you. I wish you all the best.